Welcome back to Anything You Want, the digital sanctuary where we dissect the profound narratives and the magnetic personalities that define the contemporary golden age of Turkish television. Today, we invite you to step beyond the velvet curtain and into the high-stakes world of Eşref Rüya, a series that has not only dominated the ratings but has effectively rewritten the rulebook of emotional and physical storytelling. While many productions rely on the art of illusion, what we witnessed in the latest episode was something altogether different, a raw, unfiltered testament to the power of a performer who refuses to let anyone else live her character's most harrowing moments. At the epicenter of this seismic cultural event is Demet Özdemir, a woman whose commitment to her craft has reached legendary status, and her formidable partner, Ken Yaman, whose presence on screen continues to ignite a fervor that transcends borders. Together, they have crafted a sequence so visceral that it has become the definitive conversation piece of the year. Before we explore the bruises, the bravery, and the breathtaking chemistry that made this possible, we want to thank you for being part of the Anything You Want family. If you appreciate the level of detail and passion we bring to these chronicles, please take a moment to subscribe to our channel. For those who wish to support our mission of bringing you the most exclusive and meticulously researched content, we invite you to click the Join button to explore our membership tiers. Your likes and comments are the heartbeat of this community, so please, join the conversation as we unfold this epic saga. The narrative pivot of the latest episode hinged on a single, harrowing sequence, the abduction of the character portrayed by Demet Özdemir. On paper, it was a standard action beat designed to heighten the stakes of the plot. However, from the moment the script reached Demet's hands, she made a decision that would send ripples through the entire production team. She rejected the safety of a stunt double. In an industry where shortcuts are the norm to protect the lead actors and ensure the continuity of filming schedules, Demet's insistence on performing the entire sequence herself was a radical act of professional defiance. This wasn't an act born of bravado or a desire for spectacle. Rather, it was a profound declaration of respect for the audience and the character she inhabits. Demet understood that the power of a kidnapping sequence lies not in the physical movement, but in the psychological truth of the victim. She wanted the viewers to see the genuine dilation of her pupils, to hear the authentic catch in her throat, and to feel the desperate, uncoordinated struggle of a human being fighting for their life. By stepping into the ropes and the chaos herself, she ensured that there would be no emotional barrier between the character's suffering and the audience's empathy. The preparation for this sequence was a masterclass in cinematic discipline. For days leading up to the shoot, the set of Eşref Rüya was transformed into a laboratory of movement. Demet worked tirelessly with the stunt coordinators, not to find ways to avoid the impact, but to learn how to endure it while staying in character. She rehearsed every fall, every erratic movement, and every desperate recoil in slow motion, ensuring that the geography of the room became second nature. This was a study in how fear lives in the body, how a shoulder hit against a wall or a knee landing on a hard floor can be used to tell a story of vulnerability and resilience. Despite the meticulous safety protocols and the surgical precision of the camera angles, the physicality of the scene was undeniable. The bruises that Demet carried home were not products of the makeup department, they were the real marks of a performer who refused to flinch. The scrapes and the physical exhaustion were woven into the very fabric of the episode. This commitment to realism meant that when the character's voice shook, it was backed by the genuine adrenaline of a body in motion. It is this raw commitment that has turned a simple action scene into a legend, reminding everyone watching that the best television is made when the actors are willing to bleed for their roles. As we witness the incredible dedication of Demet Özdemir, we want to pause and engage with you, our loyal viewers. We often talk about chemistry on screen, but how much of that is built on the shared risk and mutual respect between actors? Do you believe that knowing an actor did their own stunts changes the way you perceive the emotional weight of a scene? We are eager to hear your thoughts in the comments section below. Additionally, as we continue to grow the Anything You Want community, we want to know, which other stars of the Turkish screen would you like us to profile with this level of intensity? Your suggestions drive our content. While you're sharing your thoughts, don't forget to hit the like button and, if you truly want to support the longevity of our channel, please consider clicking the join button. Our members help us maintain the independence and quality of our reporting, ensuring we can continue to bring you these long-form deep dives into the lives of your favorite stars. While Demet's bravery anchored the sequence, the arrival of Can Yaman into the frame acted as the catalyst that turned an action beat into high art. Can's presence on the set of Eşref Rüya has always been described as a force of nature, a combination of intense focus and a protective energy that steadies the entire crew. In this specific sequence, the timing between the two leads, years in the making and honed through a shared history of professional excellence, was nothing short of visceral. Can did not simply play the scene, he lived it alongside her. Between takes, he remained a constant, grounding presence. He wasn't there to overshadow the moment but to synchronize their rhythms, checking the grip points and the safety marks with the vigilance of a partner who knows exactly what is at stake. The trust between them was palpable. A quick murmur in the ear or a steadying look before the cameras rolled again was all that was needed to snap the focus back into a laser clarity. It is this particular electricity, what fans often call destiny and the crew calls mastery, that no stunt double could ever hope to replicate. Can's ability to balance a sense of danger with a profound undercurrent of protection kept the audience on a knife's edge, making the rescue feel as urgent as the kidnapping itself. Behind the lens, the technical team of Eşref Rüya worked with a singular mandate, to make the experience feel documentary real. The cinematography was designed to be invasive in the best way possible. Tight close-ups were used to capture the battle occurring within Demet's eyes, while handheld shots moved in sync with her struggles, dragging the viewer into the very center of the panic. There were no wide, sterile shots that allowed the audience to feel safe. Instead, the camera was an active participant in the chaos. Every detail, from the way the light caught the moisture on her lashes to the muffled sound of footsteps on the unforgiving floor, was calculated to enhance the continuity of feeling. The director rewarded Demet's courage by ensuring that the camera caught the micro-expressions that a stunt double would have lacked, the tiny pause that signals a shift from terror to calculation, the moment where the soul decides to fight back. This was a dance with danger, conducted with the highest levels of professionalism, turning a violent encounter into a poetic study of human endurance. When the episode finally aired, the digital landscape of the world erupted. Within seconds, platforms like X were flooded with clips, frame-by-frame analyses, and emotional outpourings from a global audience. The phrase Demet Özdemir without a stunt double became a rallying cry for fans who recognized the rarity of such dedication. They didn't just applaud the action, they dissected the storytelling inside the movement. Fans pointed to the way her hands shook, the way her dignity remained intact even in moments of absolute helplessness, and the way Can Yaman's jaw tightened at the exact moment the emotional stakes peaked. The reaction was a masterclass in community engagement. Editors began creating tributes, pairing the footage with heart-wrenching soundtracks, and the ratings surged as people re-watched the scene to catch the details they had missed the first time. The numbers proved what we already knew: when a team finds this frequency of truth, storytelling becomes addictive. The audience felt the authenticity, and they rewarded it with a level of loyalty that has pushed Eşref Rüya to record-shattering heights on Kanal D. It was a cultural moment that reminded us all why we fall in love with television in the first place: to see a piece of the human soul laid bare on screen. We want to take a moment to specifically thank our Join Button members. Your extra support allows us to dedicate the necessary hours to researching these complex behind-the-scenes stories. For those of you who haven't joined yet, please consider becoming part of our inner circle. Your membership ensures that anything you want remains a place where quality and detail are never compromised. Whether it's a like, a comment, or a full membership, every bit of support helps us tell the stories of stars like Demet and Can with the respect they deserve. As the sun set on the day of that legendary shoot, the atmosphere on the set of Eşref Rüya was one of profound, quiet respect. There were no grand speeches, but the silence that followed the final cut spoke volumes. We've heard reports of the afterglow of the scene, the moment when the adrenaline began to fade and the reality of the physical toll became apparent. In those quiet moments, the bond between the cast and crew was solidified. The sight of Demet wiping away a stray tear and Can Yaman offering a small, acknowledging nod of respect is the image that truly defines this production. Demet Özdemir's choice did more than just create a great scene, it set a new bar for the entire industry. She proved that when a performer refuses to let fear run the show, the story rewards them with a legacy that lasts far beyond the airing of a single episode. She carried her character's terror as a secret she wouldn't let go of, and in doing so, she gave us a study in craft that young actors will be looking at for years to come. The lesson is simple but profound: chase the truth with discipline, and the audience will follow you anywhere. In conclusion, the kidnapping sequence in Eşref Rüya was not just an action beat, it was a love letter to the art of performance. It was a demonstration of what happens when courage meets preparation, and when two leads like Demet Özdemir and Can Yaman trust each other enough to fall together. Their partnership remains the beating heart of the show, a detonation of energy that continues to captivate millions. Thank you for journeying with us today through this detailed look at one of the most significant moments in recent television history. We hope you feel as inspired by Demet's dedication as we are. Before you head off, make sure to subscribe to Anything You Want, like this video, and share it with your fellow fans. And don't forget to tell us in the comments, what do you expect to see in the next chapter of Nisan and Eşref's story? We can't wait to hear your theories. Until next time, keep your passion for great stories alive, and remember, you can find everything you need right here on Anything You Want. Goodbye for now.